Hi, it's Monday again, and you're surfing YouTube at work. That means you're about to get another episode of Man Skills. Today I'm going to show you how to jump start a car. Jump starting a car is one of those essential skills that every man, woman, and child should have, because it's the most likely thing that you're ever going to have to use, maybe second to changing a tire. And jump starting a car is not difficult, but you do have to do things in order. The first thing you need to do is have a set of jumper cables. Now, there's lots of cheap jumper cables out there at AutoZone or O'Reilly or whatever it might be that are no thicker than speaker wire. Don't buy them because they're not going to work. Now that we've established that, the old adage goes, red socks, black shoes. Red socks, black shoes. Sometimes that's hard to remember, but what's most likely to be red? Your socks or your shoes? What's most likely to be black? Your socks or your shoes? Right. Red socks and black shoes. Do the red first, starting with the dead car, right? Red, dead. I don't know if that is a thing or not. Let me address this order of operations thing a little bit more in depth. Doing things in this particular order helps you avoid a couple of things. First off, if you go from red over here to red over here, it helps your brain to not get mixed up and accidentally put the red one on the black one over here. That's one thing that it helps you to do. The other thing is that if you hook up both over here on your live car, then you go to hook up both over here on your dead car, I can almost promise you that sometime between hooking up these two live ones, before you get these two hooked up to your dead car, the ends are going to cross and you're going to get a spark show. You might set something on fire or you might fry a computer. Oh, and you also might shock yourself. First, take the red cable and hook it onto the positive terminal of the dead car.
You'll know it's the positive for a couple of reasons. One, right there underneath that terminal there's a plus sign, right? Positive. Also, the wires coming off of it are red. And if all else fails, if you can't find red wires and if you can't find a positive or negative symbol, look for the wire that goes directly to the body, right here. That is the negative wire. So, once you've discovered that's the negative wire, you now know that this is the positive.
Now hook up the positive on the live car. Go from there directly over to the negative on the live car. Now lastly, hook up the black cable to something non-painted and metal on the dead car. When you do this, please be aware of where your cables are routed with regard to belts and fans and such. If you get your other vehicle started, start this one and it's in the fan, then you're going to have a whole different problem on your hands. Now at this point I'd like to address the potential of shorting out automotive computers. Now unless you're driving an old car that doesn't have any computers, you're going to have a whole host of onboard computers in your vehicle. There is a danger of shorting them out, and that danger comes from hooking up the cables backwards. If you were to hook up the cables properly on one car and then hook them backwards on the other car, yes, you could potentially fry a computer. The other thing that you don't want to do, believe me, I'm as guilty as the next guy because it looks cool, is hook up the batteries to one car and then cross the alligator clips just to make a spark show. While it looks neat, you're putting your car at danger. So now that we've got red on the dead car, red on the live car, black on the live car, and black on the dead car, what's next? Now we just start up the live car. Take your cables off in the reverse order that you put them on. Black body bolt, black battery, red battery, red dead battery. If your dead car doesn't act like it's getting a boost right off the bat, disconnect the last cable that you hooked up to the unpainted body part in the dead car. Now that you've got that disconnected, wiggle all the rest of the connections just to make sure that they have a good connection. Hook that last cable back up and try it again. If that still doesn't work, give it 3 or 4 minutes, then try it again. If that doesn't work, you may have the case like my good buddy Freddie last week, where your starter is fried and no amount of jump starting is going to help it. Make sure that you check your owner's manual if you have some sort of oddball car. If you've got a Prius and you want to jump start it, man, I don't know what to tell you. Those things run on hopes and dreams and magic or something. But this now is in your brain. You now know how to jump start a car. Red socks, black shoes. Make sure to check back next week on Monday for another edition of Man Skills.